Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Emil, for joining CitA today for the CitA Beam Gathering Platinum Sponsors Demo Week, Day 2. A big thank you for, to our sponsor, our 10 sponsors. The 5th CitA Beam Gathering will be hosted on a dedicated interactive platform and will take place virtually from September 21st to September 23rd. If you haven't booked your ticket yet, check out the group ticket offerings, 3 tickets for the price of 2 and 5 tickets for the price of 3. The bank charges, you can email Samantha at samanthawhitby@cita.ie. We have the whole week of sponsors which will be going through their product and they let you inside all the new technologies and software. So today we'll have Tom Noctor from Procore, tomorrow Autodesk and RIB, and then Thursday Ravizzo and Colin Construction, and then finally Solibri and Vectorworks. Today, as I was saying, we have Tom Noctor from Procore that will be talking about managing quality and safety plans with Procore platform. Thank you very much. I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll pass you on to Tom. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on managing quality and safety plans with Procore's platform. My name is Tom Noctor, and I'm a Senior Strategic Product Consultant at Procore. In today's webinar, we're going to look at Procore's latest tool, Action Plans, and how it can help you link your compliance activities to the course of construction. We're going to look at how it can help to deliver a complete picture of plan outcomes and also supporting documentation. Just before I jump into the product, I'd just like to give you a bit of background on Action Plans itself. Action Plans was built specifically for managing the inspection and test plan process. And it's going to help you create and optimize a structure for all quality assurance programs, as well as safety programs. So without further ado, let's dive into the Procore platform to take a further look. Just for anyone that's not familiar with Procore, Procore has 2 separate locations. We have a company level and a project level. What you're seeing on my screen right now is Procore's project level. At the company level, we can create company level action plan templates that can be utilized across multiple projects. This allows you to manage and maintain the quality of your plans from a central location and add, amend, or edit or remove anything from your plans from the company level, which will then make those changes across all projects. In my project tools dropdown, you can see Procore's platform manages a multitude of different use cases for construction processes. But in today's webinar, we're going to look at action plans. Once on a live project, action plan templates can be created from the company level, or you can create individual action plans to be utilized on specific projects as well. So you don't have to create those company level templates. You can create them at the project level as well. And just to show you a few different use cases for the action plan tool, when I select the create option on the top right-hand corner, you can see I have different templates that are utilized within the action plans tool. From BIM execution plans to building compliance and management systems, you can see we have a host of different use cases, ITPs, mechanical HVAC install, formwork and concrete quality plan, for example, as well. Down the bottom, you can see we can create those new templates, or we can create a brand new template directly within this project. In today's example, we're just going to look at the formwork and concrete quality plan. So the first thing I'm going to do is select that template, which is then going to build in the quality plan, in this case, onto this project. The information is going to be pulled in from the company level template. However, I do have the ability within the project to amend any of that information. So this will allow me to edit or change any dimensions that may be created on my plan, or remove any specific sections that are not relevant to this project. Okay, so looking at the breakdown of the plan, the first thing you can see here, we've given it a name. So the framework and quality plan is the actual name of this plan. However, I have the ability to change this if I would like. So I could put in maybe additional information here to give more descriptive information about what this plan is related to. The plan manager, the person who will be the plan manager is typically someone like a quality manager, the person that's responsible for overseeing the delivery of this plan. So in this case, I'm just going to select a user, maybe myself. In terms of type, we have already defined the type as a quality type. However, you can create different types to allow you to segregate different plans better within the Procore platform. So here's some examples of plans that I've created. As you can see, there's an extensive list there. In terms of location, Procore's platform allows you to embed in locations associated to your project. So what I can do is also associate this specific quality plan or ITP, whatever it may be, to a location as well. In terms of description, we're just going to give a basic description of some use of the plan. In this case, we're just going to add in a note on how hold or witness points are going to be utilized. And again, just making very clear that if a hold or witness point has been added to the plan, that work should not proceed past that plan until it's signed off, or that point until it's signed off. This is a typical process associated to quality or quality plans or ITPs, where we incorporate hold or witness points. However, when utilizing something like Excel, it becomes very difficult to manage and maintain the requirement of work not proceeding past a hold or witness point until it's signed off. Excel has not been built for purpose for managing this process. So Procore's platform is going to embed and incorporate in hold points to make it impossible for a user to complete a following step past the hold point until that item has been signed off, which we will dive into as we go through the items themselves. Action plans approvers. This is typically someone maybe like a site manager or project manager who is going to sign off the approved plan before it is passed on to the completed action plan receivers, who is typically someone like maybe a client. So I'm going to add in 1 or 2 users here for the approvers, and I'll add in a completed action plan receiver as well. Okay, so looking at the breakdown of the action plan itself, we have sections and we have items. So a section allows you to group a bunch of items under a heading and allows you then to manage and maintain that section separate of a following section, for example. So in this case, we have a section concrete pre-pour checks, and then we have items that live within that section. First, we can give an item a title, which is fairly straightforward. We also have a column for acceptance criteria. So it allows you to provide a little bit more detail of the expected criteria before the item can be signed off. In terms of references, we can link in from our specifications tool, drawings tool, and attachments to allow you to provide a little bit more detail related to the item. So if I want to link in my structural or architectural specification, I can do so by just selecting it from here, or I can add in drawings. Additionally, as well, if I want to upload a specific PDF or document that I want to be referenced when signing off or carrying out this item of the plan, I can attach it directly to the plan from this sheet here. Due date allows you to drive that accountability of the plan. So if I apply out a due date to this line item of the plan, when we're utilizing Procore's notifications, we can set that notifications go out the day that this item is to be carried out, or if it goes overdue, certain people can get notified. So notifications are completely built into the ITP or the action plan tool to allow you to manage and maintain that accountability of delivering, of all the stakeholders delivering their part of the plan. In terms of assignees, at the company level, at the highest level, should I say, we can add in placeholder assignees such as contractor, subcontractor, etc. And then when we create the plan at the project level, we can reassign that out to specific people on the project. So for an example, if we have a line item applied out to a subcontractor, that subcontractor may change from project to project. So at the project level, we can change and link it to the correct people, should I say. Okay, so I'm going to assign it out to a user and then hit save. Verification methods. This is just a little bit of context on what is expected to be completed or what is the type of verification needed to sign off this item. So in this case, Mark Hughes needs to complete the inspection before it can be signed off. And in terms of records, you can see here I have linked in a concrete pre-pour inspection checklist, but also I can pull in any other inspection from the Procore inspection tool. I can also request an attachment for this item as well, and I can request a photograph. So by requesting an attachment or photograph, it means that when the user is carrying out this item, they can upload the relevant PDF or document associated to the item. So if you look at this item here, item 1.2, the subcontractor needs to upload their ITP, and they can attach it directly to the item and then sign off. If a photo is requested, they can leverage Procore's mobile application, both on iOS and Android, to capture that picture and upload it directly to the action plan. So Procore's platform is completely available directly on mobile, and this action plan tool, again, can be leveraged directly from that mobile device. So you can carry out your inspections, you can sign off your items, and you can upload attachments directly from the mobile application. Okay, the final thing just before we look at or move on to completing the plan, I just wanted to show you the assignee field here again. So if I select the edit assignees, we've talked earlier on about how Excel cannot be leveraged for leverage whole points very well. And this is where we've built in that blocking functionality associated to completing or delivering these action plans. So in this item, we're saying that the subcontractor needs to submit their ITP. However, using the blocking functionality, I can assign that out to the relevant subcontractor. So if I just type in my subcontractor here, the verification method is whole point, and I'm going to mark that verification method as required. In blocking functionality, we have two options. We can say that the assignee signature required will release the rest of the section, or the assignee required, the signature required will release the rest of plan. I'm going to hit save, and we'll just hit publish, and we'll dive into this functionality now once the plan has been published. So once I have edited or updated my plan with the relevant project information, I can select publish. And now this plan is ready to be completed. What you can see here is that the first item of the plan is the only item that can be signed off, the first two, should I say, can be completed before we deliver the rest of the plan. And this is due to the blocking functionality being built in, meaning that until line item 1.2 has been signed off, you cannot complete any other activity on the action plan itself. This is critical to ensure that your plan is being adhered to in sequence as you've set it out to be completed. Okay, so first we're going to look at line item 1.1. As we can see here, section 1 of a checklist is to be completed. So what I can do is I can either select my record and I can create a new inspection, or I can link to an inspection that has already been completed or is active during the project. So in this case, what I've done is just linked a ongoing inspection that I've already created to the item, to this item of the plan. And I can see now that there's one checklist associated to this line item. However, Mark Hughes cannot sign off until this inspection has been completed. So when I click the inspection, it's going to bring me directly to the inspection tool on Procore, where we can carry out that inspection. And again, this is going to be primarily used on the mobile device, so it's going to be even easier to complete. So what I'll do is just go ahead and complete this inspection. Okay. Additionally as well, what we've seen so far is action plans is managing the delivery of the plan. We've seen now that we can link inspections to that plan, but what if something fails within that inspection? How do we drive that accountability? In the inspection, you can see here we've got inspection items, which we're completing at the moment, but also you can see observations. And observations is basically an action associated to a failed item of an inspection, or it can be utilized outside of the inspection tool to capture issues during the construction phase of a project. And basically what we can do with observations and inspections is if something fails on the inspection, we will automatically be prompted to create an observation. So what we're saying here is something has failed, and action is required now to resolve the issue. So I can select my type of observation. I can add in the description and add in an assignee to complete the action. Please resolve ASAP and hit create. That observation is going to be created, but not only is it created, it is also linked back to the inspection where I have the visibility of the current status. So Juliet here will receive the notification to complete this observation, which he can respond and resolve directly back through Procore's mobile application. I'll receive a notification that the work has been completed, and I can come back in here and complete then my inspection item. So now we're talking about linking your plan activities to specific inspections or checklists within the Procore platform. And again, then linking failed items or actions out of those inspections directly back via an observation. So we have full traceability of the control activity set out in the plan to the actual items that are blocking you completing or signing off that plan from one control location. So very, very powerful. Okay, so once I've completed this this inspection, I can go ahead and close it out. So I'm going to select the close option. Perfect. And when I'm back on my action plan, you can see when I hover over the inspection, I can see now that everything is being completed, I can go ahead and capture my signature. And to capture my signature, just to show you again, I'll select my name and just provide a signature digitally via Procore's platform. And that's complete. But where it gets really interesting is when the blocking functionality comes into play. So as you can see, we have a whole point here that an attachment is requested, which is the subcontractor to submit their ITP. So basically, when that attachment has been uploaded, you just select that attachment requested. You can add the attachment directly from Procore. And then Site Manager Sean here can sign off. As you can see here, I'm signing off for Site Manager Sean, but what you can see is that my email address has been stamped along with the date that I've signed. So you can not only drive the compliance and accountability, you can also prove and record who has signed off if someone is signing off on behalf of another stakeholder on the project. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And what you'll see happen here now is that the rest of the activities or the next activity in line is now ready to be completed. So again, I cannot complete the additional items in sequence until now 1.3 has been signed off. And just to show you that again, I'm just going to select a specific user in the project and sign off. And now you're going to see that 2.1 has been opened. Cool. And finally, then, I just want to show you how you can export out the PDF of the action plan, which can also be sent out then to your client or to your to your subcontractors, for example. So basically, at the highest level here, we have the general information of the plan. And then as we go down, you can see that we have a nice format of the activity information in PDF as well. Additionally, any references used or any inspections or attachments that are uploaded can be accessed via Procore by the link available on the PDF as well. Okay, so just to summarize, we can manage and maintain quality and safety plans directly from one centralized location within the Procore's platform. We can link activities such as completing checklists to your action plans. And then also, if there's any failed items out of those inspections, we can drive that accountability by creating observations, assigning them out to users, and then linking them back to your checklist items so you have visibility of the current status. Action plans is a great tool that can be utilized for multiple different use cases. And I hope you have got some more information on how this tool can be used across your projects. So I'd like to thank you all for attending and looking forward to speaking to some of you in the future on how we can support you in managing quality and safety across your projects. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hi, Owen, is that Owen? Hi, Lenny, you're on mute. That was great. I'm not sure if Paul or Owen, if either of you have any questions, or maybe one of you are from Procore. Suzanne here from CitA.
I don't think they're from Procore. I didn't get any notification that someone from Procore was coming.
Oh, right, okay. I'm not sure. Paul seems to be on mute. Well, maybe we'll just say thank you to Procore then for doing a great presentation. And if there are any other questions that people have, feel free to send an email to the CitA team on admin@cita.ie and we can direct the questions on to Procore. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you very much. Bye.